This is Matt from the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion, and we're back at it again. Here are 10 undervalued books you should be looking for in loan boxes right now. Number 10 on the list is Marvel Superheroes 14. This is the first Spider-Man headlining outside of the Amazing Spider-Man series, and this book is typically found, you can find this book for about $5 to $10. In near mint condition, you're going to pay a premium. Usually that's usually around the range of 25 to 30, but anything over that I wouldn't pay over that amount for it. But this book is typically found in $5 to $10 bin books, and sometimes if you look hard enough, I'm pretty sure you can maybe even find one in the dollar bin. All new Ghost Rider number 1. This is the first Robbie Reyes. Now, we know a couple of weeks ago we discussed on our show that the show has been canned, but that does not mean that you don't jump on books that are undervalued. This is a book that was tapering down over the last year, and this is a book that can be found, and I'm talking like variants, can be found $5 to $10. I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to revisit the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, considering that Robbie Reyes is actually in the Terminator movie that's coming out next month. So that's probably going to draw people into wanting to say, okay, well, this is something that we can maybe revisit because he's such a good actor and he played the part of Ghost Rider really good, and this is a series that I think a lot of people really want to see. But you can find this book at $5 to $10, and I'm talking like variants, which is absolutely insane. So make sure that you are on the lookout for this book at your local comic book store or while you're out at a convention. Marvel Comics presents number 72. This is the Weapon X origin story. This book can be found from anywhere from $5 to $8. I've seen this book even lower than that in the last 3 months. So if you see this book in the dollar bin, make sure you snag it. In mint condition, this book will probably net you about $70 to $75, and I'm here to tell you they're probably going to end up revisiting this at some point, especially if they don't go the route of reintroducing the X-Men. They'll probably do a origin story on X-Men, on Wolverine, or use some aspects of the origin. So this is a good book to have in your collection. That's, if you're not trying to find 181 but you want to find something that's significant, this is a great significant book to pick up. Now, there is another variant out there. I think it's the free giveaway variant that you had to send it on a coupon. Now that's going to cost you mega bucks. I think the last time I saw it on eBay it was in the thousands. So if you find that one, then kudos to you. But hey, look in those dollar bins, man. You'd be surprised at some of the stuff that you find in buck bins. Fantastic Four 232. First appearance of the Elementals and the first full John Byrne run on Fantastic Four. Hey, this is a book, $3, $2, $1. This is the first appearance of the Elementals, as I stated earlier, and this is a book that, with them introducing a form of the Elementals in the last Spider-Man movie, you may see these pop back up again, especially with us once again going into the cosmos. So this is something that you could just pick up for a low risk if you're looking at investing. If you're looking at collecting cool first appearances, this will be one. And like I said, this is a $2-3 book. You can find this in buck bins galore. So make sure you keep an eye out for this particular book. Flash 155. This is the gauntlet of supervillains. All right, we don't get enough DC love on these top 10 lists, but we're going to get a lot of it on here today. Hey, this is a book that you definitely want to pick up. Hey, Flash fans, gauntlet of supervillains, yeah, you definitely want to pick this one up. So you can find this book anywhere from $5 to $10. And once again, as I always state, these are books that can be found in dollar bins because nobody is even looking for this kind of stuff. So make sure that when you're checking those buck bins, put this on your list. Make sure you look for it, pick it up. Cheap, cheap, cheap. All right. Next up, New Avengers number 7. First appearance of the Illuminati. Now, there's so many different ways that the Avengers can go in the forthcoming years down the line, and this would be probably one of my guesses where the Illuminati may make a appearance at some point or another. But this is a book, I've seen this book at least 10 times this year, and it's usually ranging around the price of $4 up to about maybe $7, $8. But this is a very low risk, high reward book. We all saw Young Avengers, where that book is at, and that was a book that could be had for little or nothing a few years ago. So New Avengers number 7, first appearance of the Illuminati, is definitely a book that you should be looking for. Next up, Green Lantern 141. This is a book I've seen. I personally bought this book about 3 months ago for $1. Now, the significance of this book is the first appearance of the Omega Men. This is one of those first appearances that just completely fly under the radar that most people don't even know about unless you actually go look it up. And I tell you, this is a book that can be found all over the place. Matter of fact, you can usually find the first appearance and the second appearance usually hand in hand. So make sure that if you're looking in your local comic book store, look in that dollar bin, look in that buck bin, and I guarantee you Green Lantern 141 is probably sitting there. Number 3 on this list is Action Comics 419. This is a iconic classic Superman cover that doesn't get a whole lot of love, so you definitely want to pick this one up. Now, this book is, I've seen this book hit about $20-25 in a couple of shops, people who know what it is, but more times than not, you usually can find this book anywhere from about $4 to $8. And also another cool thing is it's the first appearance of the Human Target, so you get a good combo here. You got a great cover and you got a first appearance, so that's usually a win-win. Now, I'm not saying this book is going to be going for 75, 80, 85. Now, if you find a 9.8, I say get it slabbed. It may be worth something down the line, but as of now, there's just not a whole lot of spec value to this book. It's just one of those cool books to have in your stash. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 365. Now, this is a classic first appearance, and with Marvel saying they want to delve in the $20.99 range, you want to pick this one up. This is the first appearance of the $20.99 Spider-Man, so make sure that you grab this book. Now, this book is starting to heat up a little bit, but it's mass produced, so this book is it just all depends on how hot the character gets. But I can tell you, you can find this book usually in dollar bins. You can find this book in long boxes. You can find this book slabbed if you wanted a decent price. This is just an overall book that's just readily available that you can pick up. But I would say this is a book that has kind of been under the radar for a while, and it probably will start to get some shine at some point. So definitely want to pick this one up, okay? And closing out our list is a book that most people have no clue about. This is 2001 A Space Odyssey number 8. Now, the significance of this book is it's the first Machine Man. Now, this book is kind of hard to find, especially finding it in good condition, because a lot of times those Space Odysseys after number 1 usually tend to be beat up in boxes. Thus, this is a great opportunity for you to find these books in long box dollar bins, because most people don't even know. Shop owners have no clue unless you really know what this is. Definitely want to pick this one up. First Machine Man has been gaining ground across the board, and a lot of books. Matter of fact, I've seen the limited series going for like $75, $85 most recently. But you can probably find this book in a dollar bin, or you maybe find this at a garage sale. Most people usually don't tend to hold on to those Space Odysseys after number 1. They just trash them for some strange reason. But make sure that you're looking in those buck bins. Once again, this is the first appearance of the Machine Man, and I think this is a book that's probably going to see the higher end in the next few years. If you can see, like I said earlier, the gains are there. Just look at the prices. People are paying pretty good prices for these Machine Man books now. Power Broker, his first appearance, his other series is just, you're starting to pick up some of these D characters are starting to finally get their shine per se. So, all right, that's it for this edition of 10 undervalued books that you should be looking for in loan boxes. Once again, this is Matt from the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion. Make sure you share and like our page, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, the Comic Hall Roundtable Discussion, and we will be back with more in the near future. So make sure you stay locked in here on the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion. Thanks, and we'll see you on the rebound.